to move to a cleaner energy in the city, while also keeping energy costs low. Do you like that one? What is your plan to move to a cleaner energy in the city of Newport News while keeping energy costs low? Okay. All right, your turn.
All right. I think a lot of that has been said and addressed. I mean, renewable energies pay for themselves in the long run, whether that's solar power, whether that's wind energy, whether that's the idea of just fluorescent light bulbs. But I think just as far as a cost-efficient way, what we need to do is just kind of educate people on the idea is that you just need to make sure your lights turned off. Put on ways that you actually can make sure the lights turn on and off. Make sure you unplug the electronics and things like that. There are simple solutions that we can do all the time to make clean energy easy to do. Put recycle bins in more locations for more people to get, and just kind of promote the idea of recycling more too. I mean, it's taught in elementary school, it's promoted a little bit in middle school, and then it kind of dies away from the high school and other levels. We need to kind of keep that push going, and to adults to understand that recycling does matter, and I appreciate all the people that kind of push for that. We need to keep doing it more.
Thank you. Mr. Roth?
In 2011, I took a humanitarian trip to China, and I didn't go into the major city. I went to a smaller city south, in the southeast portion of the country. One thing I noticed while I was there, basically every household had a water tank on their roof with a solar panel. Every house had a solar panel. I think we're behind in this area. I think we can utilize solar power and go a long way with that. So I'm all for more increase in renewable energy.
Thank you very much. Ms. Wells?
A way that we can reduce costs of bringing in new renewable energy projects and options is by collaborating with companies like Dominion Energy, who is already going towards a clean energy initiative, and also collaborating with the state level and seeking out grant funding from either state level and DC to also offset a lot of the costs when it comes to studying like wind power, studying the current ports, and making sure that they're able to support wind power energy alternatives and solar power, doing studies on current school roofs and rehabilitation of old buildings. So facade improvements, and there's grants for facade improvements, and we can tie in like efficient energy and renewable energy initiatives in those projects, those revitalization projects.
Thank you very much. Scott?
I think what we're doing, educating the citizens now, is really making an impact. But when I traveled to Europe and to Asia, when you went to a hotel, when you go in the hotel room, you stick your key in the door and your lights come on and your AC come on. When you leave, your lights go out and your AC goes out, your heat goes out. I think that's a time that has come for our area, and I think that if we were to work with the state and with the federal government to get some funds to incentivize some of our hotels and our larger buildings where the energy is running like 24/7, I think that would really make a great impact. And also we're doing a better job now of getting involved in more solar energy. I went to Canton, Virginia. They have on top of their roof, they have solar panels that are fueling Jefferson Lab, I believe, and I read something in the Virginia Power. When you get your bill, you check it out. They're talking about how you can get a solar farm in your yard or on your roof at your house. That is a time that has come for the city of Newport News. So I encourage people to just get on to the new way of doing things so that we will be ready for 2050.
Mr. Jenkins?
When I was a young officer in the Army, I was the Energy Conservation Officer for Larson Barracks in Kitzigan. Under that, I changed that from being one of the worst communities in Europe to one of the 10 most improved. I saved taxpayers over $40,000 with the work that I did there. What I did was I focused on the things that a lot of people have mentioned here: increasing awareness, increasing the commitment to save energy. The more energy we save, the easier the conversion is going to be to green energy. But also, as a builder, I've worked with green energy. I've built homes that are more energy efficient and also have used alternate sources of energy like solar power. A few years ago, I knew the founder of American Solar King. We discussed a business, and the thing we've got to remember is that green technology can also spur business growth. It can be a really great thing for our community in many ways. Thank you.
Mrs. Penny?
I believe that, just like what Sharon was saying about it, we need to encourage more of our local partnerships, like what Dominion Power and Cannon have done by putting the solar panels on that, and they generate all of their energy. And that's how we need to do it. And that way you can watch your power bill go down. And as an example, I have some very good friends of mine who recently retired and built a home not too far from here, but they put solar panels in their backyard, and I see him daily send me a message saying, I'm watching my gas meter and my power meter go backwards.
Thank you. Mrs. Reason?
Well, I already touched on education and the everyday things that we can all do. But one thing that I really would like to be able to see is light rails. I think if we introduce light rails to our city, that could help us to reduce our carbon footprint. Also, we can work on promoting automatic lights and automatic thermostats that cut off and on when we're there, when we leave the house, when we come to the house. That would help. Also, NASA Langley Research Center, who is the very first NASA ever and is right here, they're community friendly. We should pair with them to get some of their solar ideas and implement that into our city.